We're gonna swim back and run in the Kona sun. We're gonna swim back and run in the Kona sun. It's breakfast with Bob
and Pancho Man. Welcome back, day 2, Breakfast with Bob. We are brought to you by HOKA, One, Polar, Halo, Neuroscience, Velofix. Today's plan, Normatec, Four Seasons Resort, Hualalai, Triathlete Magazine, and our guest, the 2017 Ironman World Champion, Mr. Patrick Lange. Who got to swim with dolphins this morning?
Oh yeah, that was great.
That fun, right?
Oh yeah, never saw dolphins on the pier.
Yes.
So I swam with my coach Ferris, and yeah, it was just a beautiful start of the day. Just seeing 10 dolphins out there, almost could touch them.
That's
great.
So cool.
Love it.
So when you win the Ironman World Championship, 2 years ago you got third, ran 2:39, ran your way into third place. How is it different this year? Last year you ran 2:39 and won the race. How did it change your life, or did it?
Yeah, as you can imagine, it changed my life quite a bit. So yeah, everything got a little bit bigger. I think we have double the viewers.
Crowd from last year?
The
Yeah.
crowd.
Yes.
That's amazing. So thank you for that. No, it's just been a great journey. I had so many great possibilities.
Yes.
I met so many great people. Met you in New York and stuff like that. It's been a great time, and I really enjoy every second of it.
What's been the coolest thing so far in terms of some celebrity you met or some awards banquet you went to?
Actually meeting my new girlfriend in Mallorca.
Oh,
and,
nice.
Fall in love straight away. First second over there. So yeah, that was maybe probably
nothing else.
You're close.
I'm second?
You're second.
I'm second. As long as I'm second, I'm not third. Okay, the Pancho Man. If I'm ahead of Pancho Man, I'm a happy guy. Yeah. So last year, when Lionel has a 10-minute lead off the bike, and you're running, and when you're going into the energy lab and you see him coming out, what were your thoughts? How did he look at that point?
Actually, I was really focused on myself, and I know that I had a good stride going on. I was really flowing. Coaches and staff members were excited on the sideline,
yes.
shouting to me, "You're flying! It's crazy! It's happening again!" And but yeah, of course, we saw each other for short time, and I saw that he have a little hitch in his stride, and
yes.
He was fighting, and but still I was not overthinking it. I wanted to stay in the moment, and wanted to stay in my own flow and my own rhythm, and don't want to disturb myself with that. Also with that feeling of the possibility to win. You know, I didn't want to give that thought any space in my head, because I didn't want to be distracted from my racing strategy.
Right.
So I didn't make up my mind too much about it. And actually, the feeling when I was passing him and saw the leading vehicle for the first time and the helicopter so close, that was where I realized, okay, that's something really great is going on here.
It's one thing. It's one thing to run a 2:39 and run your way to third. But when you run a 2:39 and win the race, break the course record, that's a different. And there's more pressure, right? There's more pressure to, you know, when you're coming from behind, you're not just trying to get into the top 3 or top 5. You're racing to win. When did you feel that you're going to win the race?
Yeah, as I mentioned before, it's I try to keep the thought as much. It's just keep it away from my my race feelings, and actually. We had seen so many great athletes struggle in the last kilometers of this race.
Right.
So I wanted to stay calm and humble and grateful until I really crossed the finish line. So when I stepped on the carpet on the finish line, that was where I really realized and nothing gonna happen anymore, and you really make it.
One of the things you told us last year is that, you know, after you won, I want to make sure people know where I'm going to be this next year. Right now I'm telling you I'm racing Ironman Frankfurt because I want people to know the world champion is here. Come on out and let's
Come and race me. Yeah.
Come and race me. And if you beat me, great. But I want you to know where I'm going to be, when I'm going to be there, so there's no surprises.
Exactly. Yeah, we thought it's better to play with open helmet, open visor, and
Yes.
just go for it. And I wanted to race the best on my way, on my
Yes.
journey to the race here, and I did. And unfortunately, I didn't take away any win this season. So
There's really only
I had a hard time.
There's one win that matters.
That's the point, and that's what we are aiming for. And I think in the last couple of seasons, it was every time it was a little bit bumpy.
Right.
But when I came here, it felt good, and I felt the energy, and I peaked quite well. So I hope it's the same this year.
Last year, you were dealing early in the season. You had mercury poisoning, right? You had from eating too much tuna, and you had some fillings, and also you couldn't figure out. You were tired all the time.
Yeah.
You were at a training camp, and you were falling asleep. Was there a point last year where you were wondering if will I even be able to get to Kona?
Definitely. That was beginning of May. I was really struggling still with the injury.
Yeah.
And on the other hand, when I look back, it got so many positive things to carry away from.
Right.
It's just been maybe a good 3 months rest for the body. So I think the body takes what the body needs, and it was just a signal for me, and I learned a lot out of this injury.
Right.
So it made me move forward even more, and so I'm actually really happy that this all happened, and I found out to learn even more about my body and how things are connected to each other, and so at the end of the day, I'm grateful to have this experience and to keep moving forward.
When you go to races now as the Ironman world champion, people look at you differently. People have higher expectations. They expect you to win every race. Is it hard to go to other races and feel that? Or is it something that you sort of understand?
I understand it because I had been in the same situation for almost 18 years of my triathlon career. When I was racing Ferris, I want to beat him because he's the world champion. He's the best. He's the guy to catch. And to get this experience now,
you're the guy.
Yeah, it's pretty great, and it's you can you can make you can put so many pressure on yourself, but I try to keep it a little bit away from me,
right.
And it's the crown is waiting. The weight of the crown it's quite heavy, but it's also it got so many good points and so many.
That's why
good
you
feelings.
do the sport.
Yes.
Craig Alexander once was telling me, I said, during the race week, now that you're a champion, there's a lot more things you have to do, a lot more commitments. He says, well, that's why I embrace that. I want to be the best because I want to do all those type of things for my sponsors. And, you understand that's part of the gig. If people don't want to talk to you, that's you're not taking care of sponsors.
Yeah, exactly. The more people that wants to talk to you,
yes.
It just gives you also positive energy. And what I learned is you have to have a good team around you, and it's really important to have a good management, good family around you that just makes all the appointments.
Right.
That it's
they take care of you.
Yeah.
So Jan Frodeno this year, after having back problems during a race last year, he seemed to be on a mission. He went to race Lionel Sanders in Oceanside and destroyed him. Then he went to Hamburg and went to Frankfurt to race you and beat you there. Right. Then he went and beat Javier Gomez at Ironman South Africa. With him not racing here, I know you like to race the best in the world. You're probably not happy that he's not racing.
No, I'm not. I mean, there's always, you can see it with two eyes. So the one eye is crying because of course you want to race the best in the world, and he was
yes.
this year. He had so many great performances. But on the other hand, you woke up and you check social media and you see he's dropping out, and you straight away know that's going to change the race dynamics. And
how do you think it changes the race dynamics?
Yeah, I think everyone was on a mission to beat him here.
Right.
He was the man to watch.
Even though you were defending champion.
Yes, definitely. And that also took away a little bit pressure from my shoulders, you know?
Yes.
Because he was so good, nobody was talking about me.
It's true. Yeah, he was in a different level at that point. Sort of like Daniel.
I was kind of thanking him for that because you know, I like to race a little bit under the radar, which is quite hard now, I know, but...
you are the radar.
Probably, yes.
Yes.
But no, he's a great guy, and I wish him a speedy recovery, and I think he will come back stronger. I don't think he's an athlete who will be broken by that. You know, he will definitely come back and try again, and I'm looking forward for that.
I love it. How about a round of applause for our Ironman World Champion and Ironman World Champion record holder, Mr. Patrick Lange.
We're gonna swim back and run in the Kona sun and breakfast with Bob.
Thank you, Pancho Man.